Hi Scorpio, this is Jess with your February 1st to the 15th, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Scorpio, right away I'm getting collection agency. Someone's after you. Someone's after you. Someone wants what they're owed. Okay. It could be you. It could be you hiring an attorney because someone has stolen something from you. There could be, and I'm getting like management. So there could be some issues with money that's owed to you from management. I'm getting some issues from, let's see what else. Management is what I'm getting. I don't really get it from work. I feel like this is like property issues. It could be something of your personal property. And there could be, again, trying to get down to the bottom of someone that is either defaming you, took something from you personally, or a dispute, financial dispute to you, or, I mean, against you, or that you're spearheading is what I'm getting straight away. I feel like if some of you have recently hired an attorney, the attorney seems to be someone that's very smart, knows what to do, a very intellectual person. They're a go-getter. They're going to make sure that they put 110% behind their cases. They want to win. They're a winner. They're a fighter, that sort of thing. I do see that some of you, this has been a process, a daunting task, something that's been happening for quite some time. If you've been trying to dodge and duck creditors or places you've owed, like if you have a car, you've not been paying your car payment, you've been trying to hide the car, that sort of thing. Like they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Like you have got to handle it. But the good news is once you deal with whatever has been kind of lingering in the background, gnawing for you to step up and handle the situation, out of that comes peace. I feel like if you guys have been trying to, duck and dodge your responsibility for some reason, even if you've made it to, a ill decision, it happens. It happens. No one's perfect. You may have, overextended yourself to some extent, and now you have to pay the piper, and you may be a bit embarrassed to some extent, but hey, you're human, right? Do what you need to do so that you can get on the other side of this and you can release yourself of all that stress. Because I feel like you guys have been putting a lot of stress on yourself, trying to hide and trying to get away with stuff. So just be careful with that. Now, I see that if you guys are the ones you're bringing up the case against someone, you're going to be really happy. I feel like this person has been trying to hide for quite some time, but they will get found out and you'll have a cause of celebration. I feel like just out of a situation that made you very unhappy, that was very toxic, that had you stressed out. It's like, excuse me, it's like things, dealing with it. That's the point. Dealing with the issue. You have to deal with it. You can't run away from it. You can't keep trying to hide, because all you're doing is running right back to it. It's like that weird, thing of like you try to run into another direction and then you wind up in the same place. And you keep running. All you're doing is running in circles. So you can't run away from anything. Know that. And for all of you, it'll be different. But this is a very strong message. You can't run away from anything. Run toward it. You've got to deal with it head on. Period. I feel like there will be there's going to be some disappointments followed by triumphs, if that makes any sense. I do feel like someone will be very significant in helping you get on the other side of the situation. It could be someone in the management office, as an example, that can help you kind of settle some issues. If you had, back rent issues, or anything where you felt owed, or they feel that you owe them. Don't run away. If you feel like you owe a bill or something like that, don't run away from it. Address it head on. Call the people. See how you can get it settled. If you do it now, then I feel like you will save yourself a lot of aggravation down the line. Okay? A lot. There seems to be some frustrations At the workplace, the best thing that you could do if you have nothing to do with it is to stay out of it. Don't involve yourself with anything at work that does not that has nothing to do with you. I feel like for those of you that is looking for opportunities, it's like if you're trying to the best thing you could do with an opportunity as far as looking for work is to be honest. Be honest about any situation. Going back to an old job or going back to something that is familiar to you, although it's very stressful, like you may not want to go back into, pushing papers, in corporate America. You may not want to, whatever your field of choice is, you may not want it to be there again because it's like, but that may be the place that you can find your salvation, and it will get you over onto the next place until you get to the next place that you need to be at. So going back to a place that you're not necessarily happy about, you will find redemption. I hope that makes sense, because it may not make sense to you guys, but you may need to go back someplace to come out of it better than what you were in it before. I do see that opportunities, some of you could have missed opportunities because you just wasn't in the game. You weren't out there. You weren't putting your resumes out there. You wasn't, really putting the pedal to the metal. I feel like really putting in the work and eat, drink, sleeping, putting your resume out, staying on top of it, making your phone calls, having your power hours, just really making it your business, obviously, to get a job is one that will prove positive for you guys, particularly in the third week of February. You may find that an opportunity does come for you. Okay. I do see that there may be some separation. So you may have to change up your schedule. If you're working a new job, it may spill over where you're not able to be around family anymore. The children may have to get picked up by a different person. You may have to start paying for aftercare services, that sort of thing. You and your spouse's time frame may change. It may happen with them. It may happen with you. And it makes sense because there's some shift in energy with Uranus coming up with Taurus. So it could be speaking to a prelude of where, you and your mate, your schedules are going to start to change, and it will be very untraditional. But I guess something about with an opportunity comes some form of life being more untraditional as it relates to family. Okay. Yeah. Now, finances, I would definitely say, like I said, to be vigilant toward moving forward and paying your debts, settling your debts, because I feel like there's an opportunity that's coming for you down the line that you're going to need to have your ducks in a row. So that's why I say pay attention to what I'm saying, because these messages are very specific for Scorpio. It's not a daunting, it's not a down and out reading. It is a message that you need to hear. Get your ducks in a row, because when that opportunity comes for you, you've got to be prepared. I do see an opportunity that's going to come. You got to be ready. Okay? You got to be ready. Now, so finances, save your money. If you're making money, try to save, most of your money. I would say 60% of your money you should be saving. The other 40%, obviously, after you've taking care of your expenses and that sort of thing. So here's the thing. You take care of your expenses. You take care of your financial responsibilities first. What you have left, hopefully if you have stuff left, then 60% of that you save. The other 60% you want to give out and start to pay. The other 60%. The other 40% you want to start to pay down anything, any debts or that sort of thing. For some of you, it would be the reverse. You'll have to pay out 60% and you'll be able to save 40%. If you can't save anything, then that's better than you trying to make it up later. So just make sure you start to focus on paying down your debts, getting a clean slate, and again, settling any debts that you have. I feel like you guys are changing once again. So you left a situation optimistic. You moved into a new energy. And I feel like wherever you moved to and started this new environment, new place, has changed you. It's because you've changed. Things about you have changed. And I feel like you're becoming, a lot of you are are becoming more unapologetic about who you are, who you've become, or who you're becoming. Okay. And I feel like you're going to start to align with your people. It's going to be people that you feel like these are the people that I should have had in my life my whole life, you know, but you had to go through these transformative stages to even get to a point of meeting these people. I do see that there's going to be, I feel it's more separation than I see it as disappointment, but there will be, or heartache and pain, but there will be some separation that comes up. Again, like I said, with you and your mate, their jobs could be changing, because I do see new job coming up for some of you. And it's like some of you may not be very happy about your circumstance. Your mate may not be happy about the circumstance, but there's some unhappiness about a particular circumstance. And because of it, there may be someone is escaping with their work, you know, find solace in working. So you may find yourself working more to escape from family life. You know, you do have the sun squaring your fourth house for Scorpio suns and Scorpio risings, and feelings is that way for the moon signs of Scorpio. But, you know, there's that square with the sun being there. So as far as family and home life, that may be a bit of contention for some of you. You may find that either a mate wants to kind of like, they feel like the walls are closing in on them. You do. So there's that issue there that I see. Love. I do see that some of you have recently walked away from someone, or they walked away from you heavy-hearted. They didn't want to do it. I feel like there's a lot of new opportunities out there, but a lot of you are on the fence. Like, you're not willing to open yourself up to anything new. You will perhaps entertain something existing. Like, you may just want to stay with things that are familiar with you and not necessarily open yourself up with anything new. I feel like you even may be hearing back from that person, like that person went away. When they left, it was almost like they left heavy-hearted, or you did, and then the other person kind of, whoever left, one person left with a heavy heart. The other person was just excited for what new possibilities were out there. So completely two different energies. I feel like now someone's either wanting to come back, and you get hearing a lot of messages from this person, but there's this feeling on a defense, you know, being very guarded about the situation, but at the same time, perhaps hearing them out, even giving them a benefit of the doubt is what I'm saying. Or they telling you that they want to start again, that they want to really invest in your relationship. I feel like you guys have changed from this relationship. There's been some changes. You realize that this person is a liar, they're a cheat, and I feel like you feel like deep down that they're heartless. Like, they're not someone that really has a heart, and they never really cared for you. And because of that, I feel that you guys are going to perhaps be, it's funny because it's like you have this realization, and you may be in one hand wanting to stay away from new people and socializing, but that energy is going to give way, and then you're going to want to start, like, it's a lot of you, I'm not interested in anyone new. I'm not interested in anyone, period. And by the way, I'm just going to really focus on work. And then once that gets tired, because you're going to get tired of working all the time, then you're going to be ready to go back out and socialize again. Okay. And I feel like, and again, like I said, you may find solace in working, you know, that may be your haven at this time, because mentally you kind of can't, you keep thinking about that same thing over and over again. So work really does help heal you in some sense. And then I feel like you guys will be ready to socialize. So it's almost like like that square, like, you know, you're in that funky mood. It's like, no, 1 minute you don't feel like it, next minute you do. And I feel like on the second week, if you are going to entertain this person that tries to come back, because I do see you guys may entertain this person that is trying to come back into your life. It may not be necessarily a full-on, like, yes, let's get together, we're going to go out. For some of you, it will be. Others of you, it could be a telephone call, that sort of thing. But it will be a heavy, deep discussion and realization that you hurt me. Somebody's going to make sure that they know that they were hurt, they were heartbroken, excuse me, over the relationship, that there was deceit, that there were, you know, hiding of things. And someone may address that, okay? That may be addressed, okay? And once it gets out, it's so weird. This is like only a Scorpio reading. Once all of that is dealt with and that heaviness is kind of addressed, then I do see, like, there could be a very steamy, intimate moment. It could be like, okay, well, you know, now that that's out of the way, you know, that sort of thing. So I feel like it's going to make way into like a very, very intimate, strong, connective moment. Others of you, I do see, speaking back to that, you and your mate may be traveling. They may be away, or when they get back, I do see you guys making up for lost time. So that's how that's going to manifest. So for some of you, the second week is going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. You will be making up for lost time with you and your mate, and it may be like, let's go out, here's a little gift, I missed you, I brought you this, so let's go out, you know, and it'll be a whole, you know, night of it, and it will be something that's very, like I said, you're gonna like it. That's kind of what I have for you guys. It's like really black and white. For those of you that's socializing, that's single, I kind of already covered that. And some of you may go back again, or entertain or allow someone to come back is what I see here. For those of you, like I said, that's single. And I feel like there may be some issues with family. Okay. I just was getting really strongly like someone's standing up for their family. Someone's like don't mess with their family. They're standing up for their family. They're especially if someone's saying like, you know, you always go and see your kids, or everything is about the family, like that would be the worst thing that they could say to you, or you can say to them, because that'll make them feel like you're like, not like an enemy, but they will really be offended that you would, you know, suggest that they not spend time with their family. Because I get like this strong connection to family, you know, good, bad, no matter what, like they're going to defend their right to, you know, protect their family and be with their family. So that's what I have for you guys for the first 2 weeks of February. I hope that this has been helpful. Listen to the message. Get your ducks in a row. Pay off your debts. Get serious. Opportunities, when they come, you want to be prepared. Okay? And enjoy that second week for some of you who will be making up for lost time with your mate. So that's what I have for you guys for the first 2 weeks of February. I hope that this has been helpful. If you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. You know, I would love to hear from you. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I can be reached in the beginning and into this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome, 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 and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Scorpio.